Next section is 10.5, addition and subtraction with polynomials. You will note that we skipped section 10.4. That's the what is a polynomial section. I imagine that most of you have seen polynomials previously in your life. If you feel like you don't know what a polynomial is, I recommend going back and reading that section before we proceed. Alright, adding polynomials, pretty straightforward. Let's say I have x squared plus 2x squared. Well, I have 1x squared and I have 2x squareds. I'm adding them together. That's just 3x squared. If I want, I can think of this initial statement as x squared times 1 plus 2. That is, I can pull an x squared out of each of those terms, then I just have 3x squared. But you can also just think of yourself as having 1 and then adding 2 more. I have 3x squareds. Now, if I had a more complicated thing, let's say I have x squared plus 3x plus 2 plus x squared minus 2x plus 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to group like terms first. I see two x squared terms. I'm going to put those together. This is x squared plus x squared. I have two x terms here and here. I'll put those together. Plus 3x minus 2x. And two constant terms, here and here. Plus 2, plus 4. Now, each of these pairs I can do just like I just did with the x squared and the 2x squared. X squared plus x squared, that's 2x squareds. 3x minus 2x, I had 3 x's, I took away 2, I only have 1 x left. 2 plus 4 plus 6. I had one polynomial, this one, and I added another polynomial, this one. And I did so just by grouping my like terms and then adding them. Or in this case, I had a little bit of subtraction going on right here. And I got a new polynomial. In terms of subtracting polynomials, there's only one thing we need to be really careful of. Let's get an example. Let's say I have the polynomial x squared plus 6x plus 4. That's my one polynomial. And then I want to subtract a second polynomial. Let's do 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. I need to be careful that this minus applies to each of these terms. I'll think of this as the first polynomial plus -1 times the second polynomial. And then order of operations, the first thing I need to do is distribute that -1 onto each of these terms. I have x squared plus 6x plus 4 plus the -1 distributed on each of these two terms, that's minus 2x squared minus 4x minus 1. That is, when I do this addition, I have x squared plus -2x squared. That's the same as x squared minus 2x squareds. So I have -1x squared. And my x term, I have 6x minus 4x. Oops. That's just 2 x's left. And I have 4 minus 1. -x squared plus 2x plus 3. The common error is to not do this distribution. So you think x squared plus 6x plus 4 minus just the 2x squared, and then you'll add the 4x and the 1. So then you end up with minus x squared, but here you would have 6x plus 4x, which is 10x, and that would be very wrong. So be careful that you distribute your negative 1 onto everything in your second term. Last thing we need to talk about is you can use all of these rules that we've already learned to simplify complicated algebraic expressions. Let's get an example. Say I have 3x minus 1 plus 4 times 5 minus 2x plus 3x. Whenever you see something complicated like this, you just need to remember that we need to work from the inside out. So this part is in both these brackets and the parentheses. So I have to just start by resolving what's going on with that. The first thing that's going on there is it's multiplied by this 4. So I need to distribute this 4 onto each of these pieces. That will allow me to get rid of the parentheses, and I will have undone the innermost step of my expression. So I now have 3x minus 1 plus 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times minus 2x is minus 8x plus 3x. Now I have one polynomial minus another polynomial. Next thing I want to do is simplify the inside of this, because that'll make my life much easier. I have 3x minus, my like terms are already clumped. I have 1 plus 20. I know what that is. Sure, that's 21. Minus 8x plus 3 minus 5x. Now when I have a polynomial and I'm subtracting another one, I need to remember to distribute my negative. I have 3x minus 21 plus 5x. Because negative 1 times negative 5x is positive 5x. Now if I clump my like terms, I have 3x plus 5x, that's 8x minus 21. Just remember, you always start at the inside and work your way out.